When it comes down to the road, well, hell, the road has taught us lessons innumerable throughout the last decade, most of them transcending the bike life. One of those lessons is that it's not if things will go wrong, but when. Because the truth is, no matter who you are or where you are, we are all destined to face inevitable hard times. And let me tell you, when it rains, it pours. But even in the darkest moments, true light can be found for those who persevere and push on. Composure. Because when the world is falling apart around you, stillness and clarity of mind is essential. Resilience. Because when it finally all falls apart, the only one who could save you is yourself. Self-discipline. Because true flexibility when the road gets tough is based in establishing strong routines. Determination. Because giving up is easy when the road gets tough, but to press on regardless is an action that is only pursued by the true. We are cursed. And if you feel any connection to the aforementioned values, stick around, because we're just getting started. So it all started 5 years back when the world was burning down in 2020. Like many people's lives at that time, things had changed rapidly, and it was either adapt or fade away. I myself had been creating motorcycle content in and out of New York City for years, and then there came a new face on the scene who was doing what I do, but hell, much better. I could have been bitter, but thankfully was able to triumph over my own ego and extend a hand. We met in the hometown out here in New York City. The roars of these bikes echoing through a city that had become eerily quiet within the midst of a global pandemic. Both of us are at a crossroads in our lives, and within that first mile, something just clicked, and so began a new chapter. What once stood two separate entities, throughout the last 5 years, naturally merged into one, something greater than what either of us could achieve alone. Both myself and Von Gasfald being inherent distance riders, we wasted no time and rode cross-country on these two Dynas back in 2021, exploring the beauty of this country in the best way imaginable, while fielding the inevitable failures and breakdowns together along the way. When the helmets came off and the bikes were put away, our friendship also, of course, transcended the bike life. Whether it was the hard times or the good times, on the bike or off the bike, we were both there for each other throughout the last 5 years. This formula more or less continued throughout the last 5 years. We regularly subjected ourselves to the hard miles of New York City, even in the dead of winter. When summer would hit, we would pack out the bikes and routinely scale thousands of miles. What was something organic, grounded in heavy mile days, led to opportunities that neither of us could have ever imagined. Between my videography and his photography, here we are on one of the most notable motorcycle podcasts out there, the Fast Life Garage with Jace. And here we are again, somehow having multiple opportunities to work with the final frontier, none other than the company of Harley Davidson. And finally, here we are present day, knee-deep in 2 custom performance bagger builds. To say that we've achieved a lot within these last 5 years would be an understatement, but all of these accomplishments were never part of the plan, but the spoils of discipline, consistency, and pushing on despite the routine failures and setbacks. Within the last 5 years, we've seen firsthand what the outcome can be of true perseverance. The outcome of killing your ego. The outcome of pursuing something greater than yourself. Grounded in the hard miles on the long road, we have clearly established ourselves at this point. And alongside with our road dog Dylan from New Jersey, it was time to officially breathe life into an ethos that we've poured our blood and sweat into, and hence, we bring you our official new brand, Cursed. Remember how this all started 5 years back? Well, here we are present day, right back where we started in more ways than one. 5 years to the day, we met up in the exact same place, in a very similar crossroads in life. Von Gasfalt, without going into details, was unexpectedly having to deal with numerous unexpected challenges in his life. Also, without going into details, I myself was watching many plans I had set forward slowly fall apart. It was an appropriate reunion for what this brand is all about. Remember all the accomplishments and celebrations that I listed out before? Well, that goes out the window when things fall apart. No matter how much you achieve or establish yourself, this life will continue to deal you bad hand after bad hand. There are some who take this fact and use all their energy to complain or grieve about their current position, and this usually doesn't lead to much. But then there are others who acknowledge the hard times, the hard miles, the obstacles, and choose to turn their energy into action, picking up the pieces and pressing on despite what lies ahead. Luck is a lie. This simple statement encapsulates a lot. No one who has attained true success did it because of luck. The true path is through hard work. We are all working class dudes who have to grind hard at a 9 to 5 to live the lives that we want to live. Because at the end of the day, the truest victories that you'll savor in life are not given, but come from relentless hard work. This translates into all things. Because would the guy who trailed his bike appreciate the landscapes in the same way as the person who laid down the thousands of miles to get there? Would we look out at these bikes in the same way that we do if we bought them like this, rather than putting in 10 years of blood and sweat to build them to become the bikes that they are? The truth is, those who think luck is going to save them are doomed to a fate worse than death. Because we were never talented in any of the things we found success in. We just worked hard and never gave up. The ethos of this brand lays within finding a way to push through the moments when all seems lost. It's when the skies opened up so bad that it washed the road away back in Utah, but somehow we found a way and pushed on regardless. It's when I had almost lost my leg and life in a bike wreck, and found a way to take that situation dealing me permanent physical damage and walk away harder and stronger. It's when Dylan couldn't walk, and rather than losing himself to the somberness of his position, found a way to still be part of the miles. It's of course when Von Gasfalt lost his shifter when trying to ride coast to coast in a record time. He didn't hang it up on the side of the road and wait for AAA. He tied his charging cable around what was left of his shifter and pressed on to California in only one gear. These are just a few of the many stories between 3 individuals who are sworn to the road. Now, if you take a close look at our main logo, this is the summation of all I've mentioned. With a road filled with calamity and hardship, if you too choose to press on and defy fate, then you too are cursed. Right now, the brand is officially launching with a few tee designs and stickers. That is reserved for anyone out there who rejects dreams of luck in favor of the reality of hard work. You could find all this on our new website that is launched today. Beyond this initial merch, we're in the process of producing some parts and gear that will be the product of our collected miles, hardships, and unrelenting pursuit of a path forward despite the conditions. Making gear and parts that'll get you through the hardest conditions in the road, well, that's what we're setting out to do. And on that, this is the official launch of Cursed. Stay composed, stay resilient, stay self-disciplined, stay determined, and at the end of the day, stay cursed.